Hey Curl Divas. So I am checking in for week 5, entering into week 6 of the Curly Girl method. And I just wanted to give you a kind of brief tutorial about what it is not, what's working for me. I went ahead and I checked out both of Lorraine Massey's books from the library, the first edition and the second edition, and I read both of them cover to cover, and I took some notes. So I want to clear up some myths. I want to give you some details of some things that I learned from reading the book myself. And I also want to encourage you as you are trying to figure out what works for your hair. Don't take other people's word or their experience or what they've read from a book and use it as your Bible. Go to your primary source, read it for yourself, even if you don't buy it, versus going to people's blogs where they're trying to edit and cut and make it short tutorial. So, but I want to go ahead and tell you what I've learned. I took some notes, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing so I can make sure I give you all my facts. Um, First of all, many blogs talk about you don't want to use shampoo. The Curly Girl method is no shampoo. And I want to clarify that Lorraine Massey says no sulfate. And she says shampoo because most shampoos on the market do contain sulfate. However, in her second book, she is actually releasing her product line and talking about her product line, and she refers to a cleanser. And when I compared her cleanser to the shampoo I'm currently using by Alaffia, the Shea and Henna from the original line, not the Beautiful Curls line. For those of you're watching my videos for the first time, hey, I use Alaffia, and it is the original line, not the Beautiful Curls line. And it is a shampoo that Lorraine Massey's cleanser mimics. So when I'm talking about cleansers, I might use that interchangeably with shampoo, but just know that the shampoos that I am talking about, the one that I use, is sulfate free. It is paraben free, but it is also hydrogenated oil free, and it's certified organic and fair trade. So it is actually better for your hair than what you would get for more than $10. And I pay less than $10 per bottle, and I only have to use like a nickel size amount for my entire head. If you don't use cleanser, that's fine. You can just use the conditioning method called co-washing, and that's fine. And that method, you just need to make sure your conditioner is sulfate free because as you saw in my week 1 video, there are a lot of conditioners out there that have sulfate. In fact, I went to Sephora Friday just 3 days ago, and I found Sunday, Saturday, Friday, yeah, 3 days ago, and most of the conditioners in Sephora, including Carol's daughter, has some kind of sulfate in it. I was pretty intrigued by that. I don't buy shampoo and conditioner from Sephora anymore, but it just really goes to show, and I stand by what I said earlier, you have to read your ingredient list from beginning to end. I don't care if it's 40 ingredients on there, which it shouldn't be because I think Alaffia has maybe 7 ingredients. But you should read your ingredients from beginning to end. So the first step is to cleanse your scalp. And I'll do a tutorial one day when I feel like having my camera and everything else. The second, not in the shower, I'm just not there yet. Some people do that. That's just great. There's a really good video. Maybe I'll put a link somewhere to her video. She does a really good in the shower video. I'm not going to do that. The second thing that you need to do after you cleanse your scalp is to condition your hair. Now, what I generally do is before I get in the shower, I saturate my hair with water and then I spray it. And I put in the sections and I just put my conditioner through it that I'm going to cleanse with, or I put my cleanser in, depending on which day it is, that I'm going to cleanse with, and let it sit and saturate the hair before I get in the shower. The first step you need to do is to cleanse. The second thing you need to do is to condition your hair, and that is your conditioner you're going to wash out. So I use Burt's Good. It's spelled G-U-D. It's in the natural section of Target, and it's about $7 a bottle. It's by Burt's Bees, and I use a cherry. I think it's cherry vanilla blossom or cherry blossom or something. And I put that in my hair, and I let that sit in my hair while I take my shower. and then I actually rinse that completely out. Then I use the Tresemme Naturals and I put that in and I let that sit for about 2 or 3 minutes so that it penetrates. And I apply, the directions will say apply mid shaft to end, and then whatever excess you have in your hair, put it on the root. Not going to happen. You need to section off and you need to make sure your conditioner is at the root, and then bring it down to the end. And then if you still need some more, put some more on it, because that's what's really going to help your hair soften, get a slip, and that's going to be crucial to it being saturated and being easily detangled. Otherwise, you're going to have a matted mess at the roots, and then you'll have a matted tangled mess at the ends, because conditioning has to happen. That's my alliteration for today. Conditioning has to happen from for me and my type of hair, and I have corkscrews, from the root to the tip, not midway here and then redistribute. I need to make sure I get it straight through, because otherwise once it dries it mats and it clumps together because the conditioner isn't there to separate it. With that said, I condition and I leave that in, and I just kind of wring my hair out, usually at the top of my hair, and then um, she says scrunch. How do you know you're wringing out enough? Your hair releases what it doesn't need. Okay, it'll either drip it out or it'll wring out. It will keep what it needs and the rest will sit on the hair shaft and it releases it. Okay, just like your towel, it'll sop up and it'll get soaking wet, and when you wring it out, it wrings out what it doesn't need. That's the excess. And you don't rinse that conditioner out. From there, you should finger comb it and detangle it and style it. And she says use a little bit of gel. I have soft hair. I have 3B hair, and even though with the conditioner itself, it has great curls, once it dries, it softens, and it's humid here in Ohio, so it frizzes. So I have to go and I have to chase each section with the Ecostyler gel. And I'm just going to do that until my hair gets long enough to where the weight of it will hold the curl down. I was watching Mahogany Curls videos, and I noticed that in her beginning stages, she was able to um, scrunch and hold a curl, but as her hair got more medium length, she did use a little bit of gel, and then as it got really long to the length it is now, she can do conditioner only because the curl itself actually weighs her hair down. And so I think that's why she's able to successfully wear in those spiral curls without gel, because the curl won't have as much shrinkage because it's actually heavy enough to hold itself down. About her book, let me talk about what I didn't like, because I think everything else was kind of spot on. But what I don't like about her book is how she um, went from characterizing curly girl hair, like African American texturized hair. In the first book, she just said most of us are spiral. She included a new section of fractal curls or zigzag curls in the new edition of the book. And I just was kind of like, I didn't agree with that, because if you look up fractal, me being a teacher, of course, I looked the word up because I wanted to know what it means. It's actually a math term, and it means it's kind of like a broken curl pattern, and not fractured, like a Z. But if you look under it microscopically, it kind of has all these weird non-uniform curls. And I don't think that's true about most African American hair. I think what has a texture, and then the curl might be looser so that it does look like a zigzag pattern. I don't think that we have random curl patterns on a strand. I think if it grows out curly, then it grows out curly. If it grows out zigzag, it grows out zigzag. If it grows out in a wave or a bend, or a slope, then it grows out that way. I don't think there's anything broken about a curl pattern. A pattern itself means that it's not broken. And so for her to use fractal, I was really disappointed about that. Oh, the other thing I liked about, and I think that's really the only thing I didn't like about her book, is how she characterized curls. Um, the thing that I did like about her book in the newer edition is she actually addressed the proper way for us to wash our hair, and she actually does do the method that works for me, which is spray first, then put the conditioner on, get in the shower, and clean, and then that saves water, it saves time, and then finger detangle, and then style. So that works. That saves method. That saves me much more time. And so when you're talking about the curly girl method, there are some don'ts that you don't do in order to do this method. Number one, you don't use combs. A lot of people say, oh, curly girl method is about product, not about styling. Well, yes, it is, because using a comb is a part of styling. I use combs to part. I don't use combs to comb my hair. By week 3, I can say it was really easy to detangle. The other thing I wanted to say is, if you're doing this method, don't shake your hair. A lot of us, we get out of the shower and we've been used to just to get those curls to form. That causes tangling. When I was just swaying my hair back and forth like I did today, I was fine. It never tangled. And then the scrunching method, that was fine. I did catch myself one day this past week where I had finger detangled and it seemed like my curls were really relaxed. And so I was shaking to get the spirals to form. And sure enough, when I went to detangle this morning, it was a nightmare. I can say that I have tried the curly girl method with the conditioner and without the cleanser, and it works. I will say that when you're using your gel, the gel that I have in my hair is Ecostyler, and it forms like a clear cast over your hair. She talks about that in the book. And so your hair will initially, while it's drying, have that kind of a slight hold to it. But the only thing that you need to do to break that cast or to soften the cast so that you have soft hair is to scrunch it. Make sure it's completely dry. Don't get in there and you still got a little bit of water, like back here is still wet. So I'm going to leave it alone. I can see. You can see the shine on my hands because it's still wet. We were in Sephora, and they give samples. And the only thing I can say is I recommend that Carol Daughter's Twee Oil. Is $10 for a little bottle. But before you buy it, get a sample. And once your hair is completely dry with a gel cast on it, rub a little bit on your hands and then use that to break up your gel cast. You have a great smell and your hair is so soft and the wind just blows it around. Honey, I was out there like at the green light. Well, you'd have thought I had some long, luxurious hair or something, but I was able to keep a lot of my length and then also keep that softness to it, and it had a nice shine. And then once the sun hit it, it just really, it was a relaxing smell. So highly recommend Carol Daughter's Twee, just the oil. I'm anti-shampoo with her. She stripped my hair once, she won't get the opportunity again. All right, ladies, I hope this has been beneficial for the curly girl method. I will try to do a demonstration pretty soon, but I just want to do a check-in with my hair. So here's my hairline. No, I don't know how long it is, but now this is from the back of my head. So I would say in the back it probably is almost armpit length, because that's actually from the back of my head. But down the front here, it's definitely a boob length, top of the breastbone length. Well, here's my collarbone, top of the breastbone length. So it's growing. I will check back in with you all soon. Okay? Enjoy some outtakes and some clips. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know if they're working for you. If I need to cut my time. Be nice though. What you do comes back to you. All right, ladies. Be blessed. Are not going to be seen. Look up. You have to say hi. Look up. Hey. So she just wanted to get on and say hi. Say hello.